Harry Truman could be a cantankerous old fart, but he was very loyal to his family. He stayed extraordinarily close to his mother throughout his life, and there was no evidence that he ever looked at another woman except his wife, who he called Bess. His mother was a solid rock Democrat and supported her son in any way possible. She even chaired the first meeting of the Female Women's Workers when he was running as the vice president. He would always refer to her as Mama. He stayed close to her throughout his life. She died in 1947, but was able to see her son become president in 1945. Truman was also a good family man and was extremely attentive to his daughter. After she graduated high school, his daughter tried to make it in the music industry and sometimes received poor reviews. He wrote a note to a critic of one of these reviews one time and implied physical violence on them. The critic released the note, and it caused a little uproar, not what Truman needed during a time when the Korean War was going poorly. Truman at the White House maintained a pretty routine schedule. He was usually up by 5 and went for a brisk morning walk. He would then work throughout the day, and if nothing was going on in the evening, he and Bess would have dinner and a drink and sometimes watch a movie. What he liked for dinner was not available at the White House. He liked fried chicken made by Mom, well done steak, and meatloaf, but he ate the meals prepared at the White House anyway, even though his dear old mom didn't cook it. To relax, he liked to read history and absolutely loved the piano. He even kept the piano by his desk and also a radio by his desk. He loved music and had 680 records, but he liked the classic stuff, not the new modern noise. His love of music probably influenced his daughter to go into the music industry. For hobbies, he loved to bowl and play horseshoes, and he had the first White House bowling alley built. When he got up, he didn't mind a morning bourbon, but he also liked buttermilk, lemonade, and coffee. He liked dogs too. He had a Cocker Spaniel named Feller actually, and an Irish setter named Mike. Truman faced controversy after controversy. Whether to drop the nuclear bomb, Mao taking over China, the Korean War, the Berlin airlift. But when he gave his dog Feller away, that was when the public had it. He came under enormous criticism for giving his little puppy away. He drove a 1941 Chrysler, but later bought a 1953 Chrysler, which he drove home after leaving the Oval Office. There was no Secret Service protection at that time. It wasn't until 1965 when former presidents began receiving Secret Service protection. Truman didn't like smoking, and he forbid smoking in his vehicles. His White House car was a custom-built Lincoln limousine with special running boards to hold the Secret Service personnel. There was also extra headroom for the tall silk hats they used to wear. His last car was a 1972 Newport, which Mrs. Truman used until her death in 1982. Truman died on December 26, 1972, at the age of 88. If you like these short presidential videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for listening.